Meantime, take a look at this because Palantir shares bouncing back slightly this morning after sliding over the last week. Year to date, the stock is up more than 100%. But we'll show you what's happened this week as well. Join us right now is Tyler Radke, Senior Equity Research Analyst at Citi. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Is it overbought? Is it oversold?
Well, this stock, even despite its slide, is still trading at around 70 times forward revenue. So it's very much on the high end of valuation range, really across the broader market. But look, I mean, they had outstanding Q2 results, one of the biggest beats and raises we've seen from a public company. The cash flow margins are on their way above 40%. So kind of this combination of growth and profitability. People talk about a rule of 40. They are kind of in the rule of 80, rule of 90. So really outstanding momentum. I just think given the run in the stock, you've seen this across the market, even Microsoft blowout numbers, the stock has traded down ever since. I just think it's a bit of repositioning, some of the August volatility you talked about.
Right.
We're still constructive on many of these AI winners. I think just for Palantir, just the track record of buying these high multiple stocks at these levels hasn't been great.
Well, but Tyler, the question is this one of those stocks that effectively the company grows into this price? There are really, we talk about Palantirians who just love this company. How much of this is almost like Tesla in that way? Yeah,
for sure. And look, I mean, we've been wrong on the call up until this point over the last 2 years. But ultimately, I think to have confidence longer term, you got to believe what they do and their moat is durable. So the reason I think they're winning today is every organization around the planet is trying to get started with AI. And before you can deploy a model or an AI application, you have to get your data in order. So I think Palantir's data ontology product, which is their flagship product, it helps big businesses, governments around the world, they've gotten in the door very effectively with that. Even internally, large banks, you're starting to see good usage of that. I think over time, the rest of the industry is sort of following their playbook, right? And so just the what you have to underwrite from these levels, and given how fast the market is changing, that just the risk reward is just not something we're particularly excited about here.
Tyler, if you were to identify one single company that you think competes with Palantir in this way, who would it be?
So I think the closest ones would be the hyperscalers. But the reality is Palantir is a unique company, right? It is a combination of a software company and a services company. And so there's not really a true head-to-head overlap. I mean, no one is putting up the numbers close to them. Again, the hyperscalers, you look at Azure, they're growing.
But I'm not really talking about the numbers. I'm saying about who else can organize your data as efficiently as they can, and how much of a moat and advantage do they have in that product than anybody else in this moment right now?
Yeah, so I think the answer is there doesn't appear to be an obvious one today, but what about down the road, especially as you start thinking about what AI can do in terms of organizing your data and doing that data ontology. Again, Palantir is leaning into AI. We think they're doing an excellent job, but over time, you combine the resources that everybody else has out there, plus the power of this technology. It's unclear to me if that edge is sustainable, especially as we get into more AI use cases moving into production, adopting LLMs. Again, I think this data organization phase that we're in, that's going to evolve. That's kind of the early stage of this AI market.